Hello guys, this is Kapil Sharma once again coming back with a video on Wazoo. I hope you all are doing good and in a good shape and with a good health. So today in this video we are going to see how we can configure AWS CloudTrail and monitor that CloudTrail using Wazoo server. So what is CloudTrail? I hope you all know what is CloudTrail. So CloudTrail is a service which enables you to for auditing, and you can audit your AWS account. You can logging, you can monitors and retain account activities related to actions across your AWS infrastructure. This service provides events history of your AWS account activity, such as action taken through AWS Management Console, AWS SDKs, command line tool, APIs, and AWS services. So whatever activity which is being happening on your AWS infrastructure, everything will be logged in AWS CloudTrail. And that CloudTrail you can store that CloudTrails, or you can store that logs in AWS S3 bucket, and you can analyze those logs using Wazoo services. So let us see how we can configure that AWS CloudTrail and how we can monitor from Wazoo. So there are some prerequisites for this. The very first prerequisite is like we need to enable CloudTrail service on AWS account. So when we enable this, these are some of the steps which are already being provided on Wazoo documentations. You can follow that and you can configure on your own. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me in this video and you can configure your AWS CloudTrail in Wazoo. So for the first thing, what we need to do is you need to go to Amazon account. So here I am in Amazon account, and we will go to CloudTrail service. Just click on CloudTrail, and from here you can see I have already created one CloudTrail, but I will show you how you can go and create your own CloudTrail. So here you can see there is an option of create trail. Just click on create trail and give it a name. I would like to name it as management events. If you want to enable this for all the accounts in your organization, so if you have configured AWS organizations and if you are having multiple accounts in AWS organization, then you can enable this trail for all the accounts. Then what actions you want to store, I mean where you want to store this AWS cloud trails, whether you want to store it in a S3 bucket, or you can also have this thing directly attached to your CloudWatch. So all the logs will be available there in the CloudWatch. So here I will choose a storage locations. You can create S3 bucket and you can give it a name, or if you have existing bucket which is already created, you can just select that bucket and all the logs will be stored there. Encryptions, it is always recommended to enable encryptions. You can use S3 encryptions, or if you want, you can use KMS encryption keys. Log validation is enabled. If you want, you can keep it enabled. If you want, you can disable that. SNS notifications, if you want some kind of notification to be delivered on your email accounts, then you can enable that. CloudWatch, again, it is an optional. If you want these logs, whatever trail is coming, you want all the trails to be listed there or to be displayed there in your CloudWatch, you can go and enable that as well. When you go and enable these CloudWatch logs, you will need to give it a name, log group name, and the role you need to attach so that CloudTrail service can talk to CloudWatch and all the logs can be displayed there. We will not enable this, and click on next and save. So that's it. All your events will be logged, will start getting logged. So here you can see I have already created one CloudTrail, and here you can see there are different events which will be there. Let me just show it to you. I will go to my event history, and here you can see there are different events which are already being populated. So whatever actions I have taken, all the activities are being logged here. You can go and export that. So once we are done with this, the next step is like you can go to IAM. You can go to users, create one user. I have already created one user, Wazoo user. You can see I have not attached any kind of permission. I have not given any kind of group. So it is just a user. Then you can go to roles, or you can go to permissions directly, attach permissions here, S3. For this demo I will give S3 full access, but always it is always recommended to give a restricted access, so that if anything goes wrong, your AWS account remains secure. So it is always recommended to provide a very minimum rights which is only required for the services. For that details, you can go to this documentations of Wazoo, and here there is a configuration which is being provided by Wazoo, and that can be followed, and by following that you can go and configure your service. I will just show it to you. So for creating your custom permissions, you can follow this link from Wazoo, and you can just check the permissions which are required, so that your Wazoo can talk to your S3 bucket and grab all the logs from there and start analyzing those logs. Okay, so you can follow this document, just understand the permissions which are required, and according to that you can create your policies and attach that policy to your IAM user. For this demo I am not creating a policy, but I am attaching S3 full access. Just click on next review and add permissions. Once we are done, you will see I have Wazoo user and I have given S3 full access permissions. So once we are done with this, the next thing is go to security credentials. Just make sure you have a security credential, so that you can go and access your S3 bucket using CLI from Wazoo server. And this access key and secret access key you need to enter. You need to create a AWS profile in your Wazoo server, and using that profile it will communicate to your AWS services. So for that, what you need to do is, so in that file you need to configure your it should be a default profile, or if you want to have multiple profiles, then you need to go and create multiple profiles. For example, default, and for production, for development, if you are having multiple AWS account, then you can create different AWS profile, and you can have these three parameters in that. The first parameter is AWS secret access key, AWS access key, so that will be your ID, and AWS secret access key, that will be your secret access key, and the region which you are in, right? So these are the three parameters which you need to configure in AWS profile. So once you are done, then you can configure your Wazoo parameters. So for doing that, you need to open your OSEC file, osec.conf. In that osec.conf, you need to have this WDL attached. So this is the WDL parameters. Here you can see what I have done is, here you can see the WDL name is AWS S3. It is disabled, no, it is enabled. Interval time, you can set your interval time, whatever interval time you prefer. Run on start, skip on errors, yes. Bucket type is CloudTrail. So these are the bucket type. This is must to have. Again, the name of your bucket. So name will be like the bucket name which you have selected, the bucket name which you have created. So that bucket name should be here, and the AWS profile. So the profile is for logging into AWS S3 AWS services. So the profile which we create, where we have our access details, access credentials for accessing AWS infrastructure. So once you are done with this, then you can just save this, restart your services, Wazoo Manager services, and once you are done with that, you can come to this page, and in management logs you can go to this Wazoo Word modules AWS S3, and here you can see all the logs. If you are successful in that, you will find these are the kind of logs which you will see. Here you can see return with exit code 3, invalid credentials to access S3 buckets. Why it is showing? Because I have not activated my credentials of S3, so that is the reason it is not validating my credentials. Previously it was validating, so here you can see there are some logs which are already there, and you can see starting fetching logs, fetching log finished, so it was successfully fetching the logs. And how you want to go and analyze those logs, here you can go to this discover Kibana, and here you can see in Wazoo alert section, and in that you can find different logs which are populated. So for example, associate IAM profile. So create a subnet, associate route table, terminate instance. So here you can see, you can just expand this, and you can study that logs, what exactly is happening. Click on expand, and here you can see from where it has been done. It is Vadodara city, India. What is the geolocation of that? What is the agent name? Which is the AWS region? From which account ID it has happened? Everything is being captured here. And what is the event name? It is terminate instance. I have created one EC2 instance, and after that I have terminated that instance. And how it has been done, it is being AWS API calls, from where the logs files are captured. It is here, you can see AWS logs, it is CloudTrail, and this is the entire path of that particular log file. Then it is shutting down, running, from which IP address, the source IP address, I mean from where I am executing these commands. So my IP address is being captured. User agent is like console.ec2.amazon.aws. User identity is I'm using my root account for that. So if you are using your IAM profile, IAM login, then you will get your IAM ID. So all these things will be captured. Here you can see there are different events, and you can use this logs, and you can create your Kibana dashboards, and you can have a complete dashboard, a complete view what is happening with your AWS infrastructure. So that is something which is very helpful. You can try it out with your AWS accounts, with your Wazoo server, and you can take benefit of this. So if there is any kind of anomaly which is happening with your AWS infrastructure, you can get notified immediately if anything goes wrong, right? You can have one person dedicated to have something like some kind of monitoring. So your team can go and monitor your AWS infrastructure just from a single console, if you go and create a dashboard using Kibana. So that is it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, please do let me know. Please write in my comment. I will respond to those comments, and anything which you want to any feedback you have, you can share that. Any more videos if you want to have on specific topics, then you can drop me a message. And please do share, like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thanks for supporting me. Thank you, guys.